I'm going to show you how to quickly and easily create nice and engaging faceless YouTube shorts. Now, my reason for wanting to create faceless YouTube shorts is not to build an independent channel of faceless YouTube shorts. And mind you, I know there's a lot of people out there that are making money with that and being very successful with it, but rather my purpose is to supplement blogs that I have and ultimately turn these blogs as standalone blogs into a multi-channel content brand. So if you've seen any of my other videos on my channel, you might know that I talk a lot about the need to build a multi-channel content brand. I say blogging is dead, but blogging is important, or it's one piece of building a multi-channel content brand. And what I mean by that is that just publishing text on a website isn't really going to stand the test of time. Most users out there online don't read content anymore. They want to consume video. They want to listen to podcasts. So to ultimately be successful with blogging, you need to build a multi-channel content brand. And what I want to do is create these faceless YouTube shorts for my blog content and for my niche. Ultimately build a little YouTube channel around it that is full of easy to create but engaging and informative content. So I'm going to show you how I'm doing that right now and, well, how I'm piecing it together. So I'm going to pull up my screen here. I've got a couple windows open. I'm going to share with you what services I'm hiring out, how I'm doing it, and how I'm ultimately making the videos in-house. So that's what I'm going to cover here. Now, let me see what else. Is there any other details that I should share with you before we jump into it? Oh yeah, I guess we need to start with a script, right? So you need to put some thought into it. I like to just take one of my blog posts and kind of find the biggest nugget or the biggest meat and potatoes behind it and turn that into my script. Now, I don't take it literally word for word from the blog post. I kind of apply some intuition, and I can't just teach you and tell you what to say, so to say, right? This is something you kind of have to come up with yourself by observing and studying the other content that's published in YouTube Shorts and Reels and TikTok videos around your space, and ultimately kind of take out a little snippet of your blog post and turn that into your short. So once you have your script, you can come on over here to Fiverr, and this is what I'm doing, and find a voiceover. Now, mind you, we want to do this as low cost as possible, but your voice is very important. Okay, so with a faceless video, right, you really have three elements, and that is your script or your content, you have the voice, and you have the video. Now, your video footage is going to be limited to stock content, so you're not going to win any awards there, but where you can really excel and where you need to focus your time and efforts is A, on that script, B, on your voice. So find a good voice, hire out a professional one if possible. If not, you can use one of these automated voice generators. They do have a cost, but you can generate a ton of scripts out of them. For me, personally, I think it's just more cost effective to come to Fiverr and find one. You can set your budget right here at $5. And yeah, here are our options. You can go through and ultimately find an option. Listen to them, find someone that you think is good and resonates with your audience, right? If you have an older audience, you might want to use an older person. Younger audience, you might want to find a younger person. If you're publishing something that is kind of scientific, British voices tend to do well in that space. People associate, at least Americans associate that British accent with knowledge and intellect, right? So find a good voice. Now, the other thing you need to consider is the word count. And I'm going to open up my handy dandy little whiteboard tool that I just downloaded recently and don't really know how to use. There we go, right? Word count. Ooh, I'm going to have to spell everything out. I don't like that. I'm going to close out of this right there. And I'll just go back to Old Faithful, which is a note file here, and type it out. Word count, 160 words. Does Command plus expand it? No. So I'm going to make it plain text. There we go. Okay. Your word count should be 160 words. YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels, I'll cap you out at a minute. So I like to be in at like 1 second less than a minute max. Okay. And that tends to work out to about 160 words by chopping up the editing, chopping up the audio in editing and cropping out any little spaces in words and speeding it up. You can snake like 200 words in there, but it can be kind of funky. So plan on when you're writing it, you need to be winding down at 160 words. If you get up to like 170, you're probably good. You can accelerate the script up a little bit with that. but 160 is the typical word count for shorts content if you're going to be publishing it. So get your script, and then you can hire it out here on Fiverr, or you use a tool like Murph, which I've done here. So I just put this in here. Some people say blogging as a business is dead. That's true for blogging as a standalone business. However, as a larger part of a content brand, blogging works. The important thing is, I'm going to finish this out. Okay, there's our deets, like that's kind of the meat and potatoes of it. Now, what I've been doing on all of them is including a little bit of a call to action, and that is either Google this, which includes my brand name, so Google XYZ and blogging as a business, so trying to get the user to search, or I've been encouraging them to engage with the video. So I might say something like, well, do you own a profitable blog? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, right? Or what do you think, is blogging as a business dead, right? And then you can render your audio and export it, right? So you can either do your script here in Murph or do it in Fiverr. I think that's very clear. Now it's time to edit the video, and that's where I'm using this tool here, which is Veed.io. I'll put a link to this and a link to Fiverr below. There'll probably be affiliate links, or maybe not. I really don't know. At the moment, I don't have affiliate links just because I don't have enough viewers on my channel, but at one point in the future, they'll probably be monetized. So hopefully that day gets here sooner than later, right? So I can get some return on my effort that I'm putting into sharing all of this insight into online business on the channel. Anyways, let's stay on topic here. I'm using Veed.io, and Veed includes stock footage. So let's just create a new video. We'll create a project, and I'm just going to go with a blank canvas here. What we have to do now is put this into the right size, and that's settings. And they've got all these things preset over here. They've got YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram Reel, and I pointed those out because they were all vertical format videos, 9 wide, 16 tall. We could otherwise express that as 1080 resolution wide, 1920 tall. And then we will put our voice in here, which I thought I downloaded from Veed. Let me export that. Oh, there it is. I don't know if that's going to have the last couple of sentences, but for the sake of demonstrating, it'll work out well. So we got our voice. I'm going to drop that in here and upload it.
Some people say blogging as a business is dead.
There's our
That's
AR
true
voice.
for blogging as a standalone business.
Okay, so we got that. Now what we can do is we can use subtitles and auto subtitle it, create the subtitles. And it's going to take a minute to do this. Okay, there are our subtitles, which we see there, and we can drag them around and move them around. But what's cool is all of the different styles of subtitles we can do. So that one doesn't really work out too well unless you have small chunks of text. But this is my favorite.
People say blogging as a business is dead.
Right?
That's
it just kind of highlights the read-along word, as you can see there.
As a standalone business. However, as a larger part of a content,
I find that very engaging. And then we can come on over here to media, and now you'll have access to all of the stock footage on Storyblocks that's included with the Veed.io subscription, and we can just find stock footage. It looks like it doesn't have much for blogging in there. You can find it on a lot of stuff. Let's just try writing. All right, so there we go. And we can essentially use the stock footage as B-roll footage. Again, the big focus with these faceless videos is the script and the voice. Like I said, we're not going to have the best video with stock video. Unless you're shooting your own video, you're not going to have the best video out there. So you have to rely on stock footage.
some people say blogging as a business is dead.
Right, so we might want to just cut this, we can split it, and then we'll come on over here to find our next clip. So we might do money, because we're talking about blogging as a business. I don't really like any of these. That's true for blogging as a standalone. Maybe we'll just do alone. Yeah, that one's kind of dramatic. This one might be good too. It shows somebody that's kind of like frustrated. So we'll just, for demo purposes, we can use that. And here we go.
That's true for blogging as a standalone business.
All right. So you get the idea. You just select the clips that you need. You have your voice and you have your animated text. There's different text animations here that you can play around with. You can edit the colors, you can edit the fonts. It's really pretty robust, the animated text generator. So guys, I think that from there you should have enough insight into exactly how to create these faceless YouTube shorts so that you can easily start taking your blog content and turning that into nice and engaging video content. I can't stress it enough. The script you need to put a lot of effort into, and the voice. You should really work on finding a good voice or creating something good from this. Now, one other thing I would like to say is, or not like to say, but kind of like to add here, is that you can also do a little question as an automated voice and then use your natural human voice to actually answer it. So you might say, is blogging dead? Right? Boom. Record that and have the audio spit out the auto voice and then have the human voice answer it. And you could also use your own voice. I forgot to mention that too. I've got a microphone here. You can also hold up your earbuds. This will get decent audio. So that is another option as well. I personally think that the audio quality needs to be very professional. So if possible, if you can afford it, if you have the money to spend behind it, and mind you, it takes money to make money, I would use, and I am personally hiring out voices on Fiverr, although I'm using a low-cost option. So guys, on that note, I think that wraps it up on this topic. You know what to do here. You got the idea of how to do it. You've got the tools. Did you find this video helpful and insightful? If you did, be sure to hit the like button, do me a sweet one, and also let me know in the comments below if you found this video helpful and insightful, and do yourself a sweet one. Hit the subscribe button so you get all of my latest insight into online business. I'm signing off.